Hello and welcome to Tête-à-tête with Tiwa. I am Tinuke.
And I'm Wally.
And today's question is, what's a word or a phrase that people use that you just can't stand?
It's a phrase. Well, I'm sure there are words as well, but what comes to mind for me is when people say, I said what I said.
What does that mean?
It's almost, how it comes across to me anyway.
Shut up.
Well, it's not actually shut up, but, to hell with you, or to hell with what you might think about what I said. Well, I've said it. And therefore that's it, I find, and the reason why it irritates me, I find that if somebody comes across with that attitude, as soon as you say that, what I understand that to mean is that
your opinion doesn't count.
You're incommunicable. We can't communicate with you.
Oh, okay.
You're not open to listening to another angle or argument or.
So you basically close the door.
You've closed the door. So what you've said. So I've said what I've said. That means you don't.
It's almost like I've said what I said. That's all that matters.
That's all that matters. So it's really about me. No other opinion matters. Whether or not it's a superior argument or opinion. When I say superior opinion, empirical, it is a better argument. Yeah, so when people say that, it's kind of like cringe, but I just think how base.
Do you know what mine is? Mine is, it is what it is. And the reason that it is what it is. And the reason that I have a problem with this, and I have two friends in particular that use this phrase all the time, and it just drives me crazy. Now the reason that because I actually got into an argument with one of them about it, because he was like, why does it bother you so much? But for me, right, the reason why it bothers me is because I feel like when you say it is what it is, it's almost like you've given up, you've accepted, it is what it is, there's nothing I can do about it. That's how I interpret it. But his argument was, it's just facts. It doesn't mean that you can't do something about it. It is what it is. That's the facts. That's how it is. But for me, that statement is almost like, it is what it is, accept it, that's it, it's okay, there's nothing you can do about it. And I have a problem with somebody telling me that there's nothing I can do about anything. I mean, obviously there are things I can't do things about, but something like that, you should just say it is what it is. I'm like, but that's such a defeatist.
So does it matter because there will be some cases where
it is what it is. And and the ones where there's nothing you can do about it, right. Most people will say it is what it is, won't they?
Well,
do you understand what I'm saying? It's the use of that. I almost feel like it's used also to just shut you up to a certain extent. Like, it is what it is. Like, just leave it, end it there. And I can't deal with that. I just can't have you telling me that nothing can change, that we can't make a difference, that nothing can be. You know what I mean? So that's why. But like I said, after I had this argument with this guy, and he said, no, it's really just a statement of fact. It's not a resignation thing there's nothing. But I still don't like the statement because I just feel like it's.
Because you've accepted for you that meaning of.
Yeah, because I just feel like when you say it is what it is, it's almost like you're saying that's it. There's nothing we can do about it. And I feel like in most cases, you're right, in some cases there isn't, but in most cases there's something that can be done to change the situation.
Yeah, but I guess to explain to you that
I think that was just his way of trying to
because that argument works.
But I don't know if it was a genuine argument. It was just
right.
Because when people say it, I mean, his argument makes sense, but when people say it, most of the time, I don't think that's what they think.
Do you
know what I mean? So I feel like when people say it is what it is, but you know what has happened? I've started saying it.
Well, look at that.
I caught myself
Would
twice
you look at
saying
that?
it.
Well, there you go.
And I'm like, no.
I guess it is what it is then.
Yeah, because funny enough, it was only after his argument that I used it, and I don't know whether it was because of his argument, and I kind of, but I just feel that most people that say it as a final thing,
Right.
as opposed to
this is where we are.
this is where we are, yeah. And how do you move from here? That's not generally what they say. They're just saying it to be like,
Well, it is what it is.
oh, please. So
yeah.
the other phrases, that was an easy one to answer.
Yeah, very. Yeah,
I've
yes.
said it.
I've
I've said what I've said. What is it?
Yeah,
I've said what I've said.
I've said.
Please, I've said what I've said. You should not come and disturb me.
Yeah, right. Yeah, I mean, of course you said what you said. We know you said what you said. But, at least be open to what other people are saying as well, because what you said might not be correct. Or might not be the only correct way. Yeah, so that there's another thing that, online, of course, these days, on the internet. Of course, some people say it in jest, and jest is jest, but some do take it a bit seriously, where they will make a statement or a comment to do with various things, whatever it is, and they'll say, well, I'm at home, come and beat me.
Ah.
Yes.
What sort of internet do you? This Nigerian internet.
Yeah.
Come and beat me. That's such a
Nigerian thing. Yeah. Essentially what that means is, well, I'm in my house, you can't. There's nothing. I can say what I like, and there's absolutely nothing you can do about it because I'm at home. So I'm at home. Come and beat me. That. Even when I read it in jest, I'm like, oh, jeez.
But you see, it's that same thing again, isn't it? About shutting people. I think all three
along the same
statements are on the same way. So I guess it's almost like final word.
Yeah.
Type of thing.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know if I have any other. I'm sure there will be.
Yeah, I mean, I know that. I'm sure there are others, but that it is what it is. It really bothers me. If you start using it now, Wale, I'll be very upset.
Try not to.
Yeah, it does sound convincing.
Well, I mean, I was thinking there's that temptation every now and again just to. No, it's not. I don't think it's something that I would.
You're going to do it. I know you're going to do it.
You know I will.
Yeah, I know you will.
I will come on with it.
Okay. Another question.
Yeah, go.
Which you can add to this one, so that was a quick one. What did you want to be when you were small? Was there anything specific that you?
I want to be a superhero.
A superhero. You're my superhero.
Nice,
So you succeeded. You succeeded.
Yeah. So I want the first thing I want to be.
So that's obviously when you were below 10.
Yeah. I want to be a superhero. I wanted to be a superhero. I wanted to be a polo professional.
Yeah.
I wanted to be a pilot.
Okay.
What else? A pilot.
Did you ever want to be a husband?
Never even crossed my mind.
It's interesting. Because I think a lot of women, like when we ask our 10-year-old what does she want, she says, I want to be a mother.
Yes.
Do you know what I mean?
Yes.
And I'm like, at first when she said that, I was like, oh my God, I hope she doesn't think that her ultimate is motherhood. Do you know what I mean? Like there's so much more to her than motherhood.
Yeah.
But then I was like, actually maybe that's a compliment. I don't know, but it did kind of shake me. I was like, I want to be a mother. I always wanted to be a mother. But it's not something that, when I grew up, it was almost, I almost took it for granted. So it wasn't so if you ask me what do I want to be, I'm like, oh wow, I wouldn't tell you a mother because I kind of assumed I would be a mother, a wife and a mother. Do you know what I mean? So I wouldn't put that in. But I always wanted to be an air hostess. But it wasn't so much to be an air hostess, it was to travel. So I'd always known that travel was going to be a big part of my life. That I wanted to go everywhere. I just liked that, and I thought that being an air hostess was the answer to that. That would help me go to everywhere in the world because I want to visit every country in the world. And we need to get on with it. Yeah.
Right.
Hit every country in the world. So I always wanted to be an air hostess, but then later, I always wanted to be something to do with acting, drama, media, type of thing.
Well, you did dabble in the acting a bit, didn't you?
I still kind of dabble in all of them, but not. Yeah. So, yeah. So I think that's what I wanted to be. So have I done my traveling? Not as much as I would have liked. Have I done my acting? Actually, I think I failed in my what I wanted to be to what I have been
Yeah, shit. I mean,
thinking about it. But,
those. Well, so your traveling is. Well, you know what? Everything you wanted to be is still achievable.
oh yes, absolutely, absolutely, and it's not because when they say what did you want to be when you grow up, I guess at age 10 you're thinking grown up is age 22 or something. So when you look at it like that, then obviously no. But grown up is your entire life. So there's still
Well,
time.
I'm certainly not going to be any superhero. You know what I mean? So that's.
I'm my superhero now. I already told you.
Thanks. Well,
I'm JoJo's.
Yeah, no, but
Can't say much for the other three.
Yeah.
But JoJo's superhero and my superhero.
And I'm not going to start playing polo at a professional level.
You see, it's funny because I had a conversation with one of my friends about this, and we were talking about, which actually is a conversation I wanted to have with you on Tête-à-tête at some point, but not today. We were talking about giving up dreams, whether as a wife you give up your dreams for your husband.
Right.
And I remember her saying, so we had the long conversation about it, and then I remember her saying that the problem is that the dreams, she can't do a lot of the dreams that she gave up.
Okay.
Like they're gone. So we were talking about how do you get by that. So if you've given up some dreams, but they're not achievable at this point in your life, then how do you reconcile that? So it was an interesting
how do you replace them,
maybe? We did talk about that slightly as well.
Okay.
But yeah, that's what I was saying. So obviously you can't be. I mean, you're not going to be pilots now.
No.
But you could be.
In my dreams. Yeah, that's just. It is what it is.
Oh my God.
Sorry, I just had to say that.
But so you're not going to be a pilot now, and you're probably not going to be a polo player. But there's no reason why you can't. Okay, not professional.
No, I'm not going to be a professional polo player.
Yeah.
No, with polo, all I need is another 6 months to become proficient again. But I'm not going to play professional polo. You know what I mean?
So then I guess the question to you is how can you replace those?
Yeah, so.
Do you even want to replace them? Or are you happy where you are?
I want a Harley Davidson.
Of course. I thought you'd left this dream years ago. I thought you were done and dusted.
No, I still want.
And then you now have big beard.
I still want a cruiser. Yeah, and I let it grow to about that. Oh, I still shape it nicely. I still love bikes.
I don't feel like you need to replace any of your dreams.
You don't, do you?
No, I don't. I feel you're good.
Yeah, thanks.
Just stay where you are.
Yeah. So, yeah.
Davidson. Well,
it'll be a cruiser, seriously. Nice cruiser. Not, I won't get a sports bike. I get a cruiser.
And I'll come on the back of it.
Absolutely. Just for the open air, that feeling of freedom you get on the back of a machine. It's a wonderful feeling. So yeah.
Beginning to wonder why I brought this up in the first place.
And I mean, I'm sure you wouldn't want to deprive a man
of course not. Of course not. I will back you 100%. Just be impressed somewhere else. But I'll back you 100%. No, but I actually don't even have an issue with it because I feel like now you're more sensible. You wouldn't be taking the risk that maybe you would have taken back when I had a problem with it.
Yeah.
So I don't feel like it's an issue.
Yeah.
I don't feel like it's an issue. If it's your dream, then
yeah, I mean, it's one of mine. Yes.
Yeah, so that's cool.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so So you want holidays with Davidson, and I want to travel.
We're already traveling now. So.
Yeah, no, but like every month would be good. Every other month. Okay, no, let me even try to be a responsible mother. Every 2 months.
Okay.
Every other month I'll never be here.
You know.
But the kids are growing. So
yeah. No, there's nothing wrong with it. I'm fine, they're fine.
Don't be too fine with me being away for too long.
You just want to say you want to travel.
I'm just saying.
And we're supporting your dream.
Like, I'm fine, like you can go. You need to be a bit.
No, what I was trying to say was we're fine. We'll cope. We'll manage. We'll struggle through to the other side until you come back.
That's not even what I want to hear. It was just the like, I'm fine, like, you can go. That was just a bit too quick.
Yeah, it came out that
just
way.
A little bit too
quick. Sorry, so that's not the way it was meant to come out. What that meant was, I mean, as much of a pain it will be not to have you around for those 2 weeks or 10 days.
Or 3 weeks.
Or 3 weeks, you know, we'll make it through, we'll struggle through, you know, as much as we'll miss you, you know, we'll make it through, you know, but we're resilient and we have ourselves to hold on to.
Oh, my life, that's it. See you next time.
Ciao.